Hello friends and welcome to my channel. So today I will tell you one fascinating story. The secret of the vanishing land. The ocean was calm, too calm. Urchin stood at the edge of the wooden boat. His eyes locked on the horizon. The sun was dipping low, painting the sky in shades of orange and purple. But something felt strange. The waves weren't moving the way they should. It was as if the sea was waiting. "Are you sure this is the right direction?" Mira asked, gripping the side of the boat tightly. Arjun nodded slowly. "This is exactly where the map led us." Behind them, Kabir adjusted his backpack nervously. "I still don't understand why we followed a map we found inside an old bottle." "Because," Arjun said with a slight smile, "adventures don't come with instructions." 3 days ago, everything had been normal. Arjun, Mira, and Kabir were just friends on a short coastal vacation. But everything changed when Mira found a glass bottle buried in the sand. Inside it was an old faded map with a strange symbol, a spiral sun, and a single message: "This land appeals only to those who dare." At first, they laughed it off, but curiosity is a powerful thing. Now, here they were in the middle of the ocean, chasing something that might not even exist. Suddenly, the wind picked up. The calm sea turned restless, and the sky darkened unnaturally fast. The boat rocked violently. "Arjun!" Mira shouted. "Something's wrong!" Before he could respond, a massive wave rose ahead of them, not like a normal wave, but like a wall of water. It shimmered strangely, glowing faintly. Kabir's voice trembled. That's not natural." The wave crashed over them. For a moment, everything went silent. Then the boat settled. The storm vanished, and in front of them was an island. It hadn't been there before. It looked untouched by time. Tall cliffs covered in glowing green vines, waterfalls pouring into crystal clear pools, and trees with leaves that shimmered like gold. Mira whispered, We found it." Arjun shook his head in disbelief. "Or maybe it found us." They stepped onto the shore cautiously. The sand felt warm, almost alive beneath their feet. The air was thick with a strange energy, and the silence was deeper than anything they had ever experienced. Kabir pointed ahead. "Look!" In the center of the island stood a massive stone structure, shaped like the spiral sun from the map. It looked ancient and powerful. "Let's go," Arjun said. As they walked deeper into this land, things became even stranger. The trees seemed to move when they weren't looking directly at them. Shadows shifted on their own, and every now and then they heard whispers. Soft, almost like the wind was speaking. "Do you hear that?" Mira asked. Arjun nodded. "Yeah, but I can't understand it." Kabir stopped suddenly. "Guys, I don't think we are alone." They turned. For a split second, they saw something. Tall, shadowy figures between the trees. Then it vanished. "Okay," Kabir said quickly. "I officially don't like this place anymore." But Arjun stepped forward. We didn't come this far to turn back. They reached the stone structure. It was even more massive up close. The spiral design glowed faintly, pulsing like a heartbeat. At the center, there was a circular door with no handle. Mira touched it. The moment her hand made contact, the ground trembled. The door opened slowly, revealing darkness inside. A deep voice echoed out. "Who seeks the heart of this land?" The tree froze. Arjun swallowed. We found a map." Silence. Then the voice spoke again. "Many have found the map. Few have reached this place. Fewer still have returned." Kabir whispered. "Returned?" Darkness inside the structure began to swirl. "Enter," the voice commanded. They looked at each other. This was it. Turning back meant safety. Moving forward meant the unknown. Arjun took a deep breath and stepped inside. Mira and Kabir followed. Inside, the air was cold. The walls glowed with ancient symbols, shifting and moving like they were alive. At the center of the chamber, there was a floating crystal, bright, pulsing with energy. "This," Mira said softly, "must be the heart of the island." As they approached, the voice returned. "This island exists between worlds. It appears only to those who seek more than comfort, those who seek truth." Kabir frowned. "Truth about what?" The crystal flickered. Suddenly, visions filled the room. Arjun saw himself turning away from opportunities, choosing the easy path. Mira saw her fears holding her back. Kabir saw his doubts, his concerned hesitations. They weren't just seeing images, they were seeing their own weaknesses. "No," Kabir whispered, stepping back. "I don't want to see this." "You must," the voice said firmly. "To leave this island, you must face what you avoid." The visions intensified. Arjun clenched his fists. This isn't real. It is more real than anything you have known. Meera stepped forward. Can we face it? She looked at her vision, her fear of failure, her hesitation to follow her dreams. I'm done being afraid, she said. The vision shattered. Kabir hesitated, then took a deep breath. I'm tired of doubting myself. His vision disappeared. Arjun looked at his own reflection. Every moment he chose safety over courage. He closed his eyes. No more. The crystal glowed brighter. The voice softened. You have passed. You have passed. The chamber filled with light. The crystal descended slowly, hovering in front of them. Take this, the voice said, but remember, its power is not magic. Its power is what you have learned. Arjun reached out and held the crystal. It felt warm, steady, like a heartbeat. Suddenly, the ground shook again. The island is closing. The voice warned, you must leave. Wait, Meera said, what is this place? But there was no answer. The entrance opened. They ran. The island began to fade around them, trees dissolving into light. The sky shifted, the ground trembling. They reached the shore as the boat reappeared. They jumped in, and in seconds, the island vanished. The ocean was calm again, as if nothing had happened. Kabir sat down heavily. Did that really just happen? Meera looked at Arjun. He was holding the crystal, still glowing. Yes, he said quietly, it did. They returned home the next day. But something had changed. Arjun started taking risks he once avoided. Meera began chasing her dreams without fear. Kabir stopped doubting himself and started believing. The crystal? It never glowed again. But they didn't need it anymore. Because the real power wasn't in the island. It was in them. And somewhere, far behind the horizon, the vanishing island waits. For the next adventures, for the next brave souls, for those who dare the end. So thank you, friends, for listening to my story. The secret of the vanishing island.